All right, greetings. Are we live? We're live on both already. All right, greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings. Greetings to everyone. Greetings, Instagram, diabolical Instagram. Greetings to you. Greetings to you. I need everyone on Instagram to like and share. I want to get that engagement up. So we're going to be really, really, really heavy in a blitz. Greetings. Hello. Hello. Greetings, Marquisha. Greetings, Dre. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Everyone keep coming on in. Let me get some top hats and bow ties. And welcome to Sunday Night Live. You know, we're going to work and get our numbers up to a decent amount before we get started. I need for everyone to like and share, all of that good stuff. Please, everyone, as you come in, those of you that are on YouTube, I'm not seeing enough increase in numbers on any of the platforms. So we need more engagement. I think y'all need more. I think you all want more consistency or more frequent shows and things of that sort from me. So we're going to also discuss a little bit of that, some of these housekeeping things. So as it relates to more and more frequently, okay. So I want to grow, but the first thing that I want to make sure is that I'm growing in quality as well as quantity. I want to grow in quality as well as in quantity. Okay, so I want you all to those of you that like me. And to like me does not mean that you always will agree or that it's a requirement to agree with me. I had this kind of back and forth conversation with this hippopotamus looking woman on Instagram. And Instagram I always call it diabolical Instagram because it has this spirit to it where your identity is somewhat evasive, is somewhat hidden, and it has this idea where if one person, you could be the best at whatever it is that you do. You could be absolutely phenomenal. But if one person says something negative, then it's like everyone gets on this bandwagon to say negative stuff. And I'm just not with I'm not with the BS, period. I'm just not with it. Now, I'm very critical and I say a whole lot of stuff, and I'm a social commentator and I commentate and talk about a whole lot of things. I talk about who I want to talk about, when I want to talk about them, how I want to talk about them, and however many times I want to talk about them. So we get that. So some of you that have this petty kind of idea that, oh, I should be able to just say whatever I want to him. No. And do not hold someone to a standard more greater than yourself. Don't get mad. So I was looking at this woman. She had to be every bit of 300 plus pounds, if that. Don't come on my page and want to criticize. You know, can we be anything else? I've been a faggot, or y'all been calling me a faggot and sissy and this and that for I don't know how many years. Can we come up with something else? Like, is there something else that you can be called? You know what you know what I mean? And then don't hate on someone just because they're more fabulous than you, or just because their life or their lifestyle or the way they carry themselves or the way they conduct themselves is a way in which you wish that you could, and you're actually jealous. And so you say things, because really the jealousy is almost like a reverse of a compliment. I think Tolan Morgan talked about that, if I'm not mistaken. Tolan Morgan talked about that in his sermon at AIM. So greetings to everyone that is coming in. Greetings to Gerard from the District of Columbia. Greetings to you. So yeah, so if you gonna say something, you know what I'm saying? Let me click on your picture and at least you look like something that is remotely human. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like people come on, and especially, and I'm just, you know, it may not just be limited to Instagram, but it just seems like it's, you know, very much there, and you're hideous at best. You know, at best. Like I would, you know, if you fine, then you know you can. You know, you can say, or well, you ain't gonna be able to say whatever you want to say. Now you can say, and there's enough pages of people that are trying to imitate, trying to mock. Like they got these whole pages of you know, these people that are trying to mock me. I ain't even no celebrity. I'm just, as my numbers climb, I'm just doing some background kind of chatter and housekeeping things. And then once we get to an adequate number, then I will launch and go directly into my topics. That's what I'm talking about. How about that? All right. So I just want to address that. So I told her, I just asked because, you know, I like to debate. I like discussion. So I just asked, I was like, now, in each statement you have said that, you know, that that, you know, you've referred to sexuality. And you're not like, and this is, and well, this goes into a whole nother subject, but so, cause I really like, so being that, and I'm not saying that I am, I'm not saying that I'm not going with any particular group, but is that still like the gut wrench? Okay, let me say this. Fatima, we don't have to say good. We don't have to. You don't have to greet everybody that come in. You're a moderator. You don't have to greet everybody that come in. And I was looking back at stuff. I don't want in my chat box. I don't want it flooded with just comments from the moderators. I want it engaging and keeping conversation flowing. But this person walk in, you ain't got to say you are here to, when something is, you know, off, let's get that and deal with that. But we ain't got to talk and say hey to everybody. When you came in, you said hey to me, you said hey to the group. That's fine. All right, so and I like me, and I know me very well. I know me. I know me extremely well. I know myself because I live with myself. But I'm trying to figure out. So, is saying that someone is gay, is that supposed to be the gut wrencher? Is that still in 2025 supposed to be the thing to make you run home and cry to mama? Is that what it is? And then why is it that that's always what? Because see, I like when people, are critiquing me and or feel like they're coming from me. I like to go to your page and examine who you are. And so and then we saw this with housewives, and we see this a lot of times in life. Like you'll have women. Greetings, Irma Jean. Greetings, Nicola. As you all come in, definitely want to see some top hats and bow ties. Let me know where you coming in from. So, but if you have that negative feelings and you feel that so vehemently in your heart for that segment of people, then why do straight women have so many gay friends? And are they not really your friends? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing here? You got all these gay friends, and then like, why are black, gay, LGBTQIA plus, whatever, and whatever addition that you want to be or add to it, are they so demented in their minds and so accustomed to being abused, misused, mistreated until they don't even know how to judge who is your friend? Because I totally get it, because if you can allow yourself to be in these fantasy relationships with men that are down low and nobody know you in a relationship except you and this man. Like I was like, it was this one gay dude that I know that's, real flamboyant. He's from the District of Columbia. He's down here. I think he's a scammer. But anyway, he's down here. He says he works for Tyler. And so he was running around. And, everybody wants to be, so fabulous. Everybody wants to be. And I'm one of these awkward people that I don't really fit in no group. Like, I don't really fit, like, over here, because I think that, and I'm just going to go on and dare, step out and say it. I think a lot of people have a problem with connecting or aligning themselves with the LGBTQIA plus community, because it's so much vitriol and so much hatred and so many vile and just low down things associated with within the community that are within that segment of population and group of people. They hate on each other way to the extreme of how black folks hate on each other. They hate on each other to far extreme of how competitive and how females don't get along with other females. Everything is just really exaggerated and extreme. And so, and even to the point, or even to the degree that you would think that the community that would be, that's supposed to be, we want people to be loving, we want people to be accepting. Well, then you got somebody that's halted between two opinions that want to attack me in a place or in a house of worship. Like, how sick and how low down can you be? So can you be loving and accepting? So anyway, all of these things are just stuff that just, was crossing my mind. But I really want to know, is that supposed to still be the gut wrench, thing? And then don't be hypocritical. Don't be hypocritical. don't hate gay folks, and then your makeup artist is a sissy. Don't hate gay people, and then your hairstylist is a gay man. Don't hate and have these people or this segment and this population of people in every facet of your life, but yet you harboring negative feelings about them. Okay, someone says it's the same with straights. It's only mindset. Yes, it is, because what you said, that same mindset is why they think it's a bad. Okay. So basically it is still a bad thing. And it's still supposedly in 2025 to be the supreme level of insult. Is that what I'm understanding? I may want Anthony over on Instagram. Anthony, I need you to join in. Anthony is, and I want Anthony to join in because Anthony is my friend. Anthony is my friend. Anthony, can you hit the join button, please? Prophet Anthony. Anthony is and the reason why I want him to jump in, and I didn't even plan for this to be part of my discussion on tonight. This is just a preliminary piece that I was doing as we were including our numbers. But I like Anthony's insight. He's gonna come in like Maya Angelou, and he's a James Baldwin type sissy. I just love it. But he's in the church too. I just love it. Are you coming on, boy? What? Wait, oh there.
Hey, I'm coming in like Maya.
Yeah,
Like,
yes,
you know,
yes, yes, yes.
the stuff,
Oh,
the
see,
stuff
look, and see you giving me scarf. Look.
in the house. It's July, and I'm giving scarf and air conditioning. Just like
Yes.
Maya. But what did Aretha say? Don't play that air conditioner, honey, when I'm singing. Don't play that air conditioner. Turn that off. Turn that off. I'm
And
Aretha.
wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you, Aretha didn't want no air conditioner when she sang, and Luther Vandross, cause you had to suffer when you
Yeah.
came. That's why Luther would be sweating the way he did. You can have that AC on when he sang. So what? This is not even the main discussion for tonight, but just this topic just hit me because I had this woman that was every bit of 300 pounds, right? You know what I'm saying? That had to lift up her stomach to wash her coochie. You know what I mean? Or to
Go
even
deep
fight.
sea diving. She had to go deep sea
You know what I
diving.
mean? Or had to have a bionic arm to reach around to the back.
A,
And
ro-
so,
an AI arm, a robotic arm, child.
what is it? What is it with? Is that still supposedly the ultimate gut wrenching insult? Is that still supposed to be the below the belt that yeah would you agree that that is still supposed to be that level of insult? Is it supposed to have that level of impact?
Insult in which way? That she's heavy set, or insult in which way?
You said what? I'll
Insult
talk
in
to everybody. Listen, let me tell you something. What's her name? Danola, Goddess. Okay, so she says, Goddess Fatima, you are too sweet of a person to allow William to speak to you that way. I don't care if it is his channel. What you are gonna care that it's my channel. I talk the way that I want to talk. Fatima knows me. She knows what kind of person I am, and all I told her was, and I'm gonna say this to Trey too, or to any of my moderators, that they don't have to flood the comments. And I'm not gonna bend over backwards and kiss your ass for a like or a click. If you don't like me, get your ass out of here. Period.com.
Yes.
I talk the way that I talk. If you don't like it, don't come over here.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
Okay? Are you do we have it? The Bible says, and all thy ways get I rude or whatever you want to call me, then that's what I am. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
bitch or whatever it is that you want to, that I am. I embody,
Oh, I am that I am.
and I don't make no apologies. What I said, as
I
Didi said,
said
is what I said.
yes.
And all
Stand
I
on
told
it.
her is that she don't have to feel like we don't have to bend over and speak individually to every one of
Listen,
y'all.
we don't have to walk
Just
together
because
if we don't
and
first
I
agree.
tell you, can now do you want to stay here?
Yes.
I don't bend over for anything else, baby. I bend over for trinkets and for furs and for what
Limousine scratch.
what has your bending over benefited you? Amen. What is the fruits of your labor? What's the fruits of your labor?
Oh my goodness.
The, that's why they
What's the
mad.
what's the
That's why they
what's the
mad
seed of
because
your
because
offering?
these men is giving the boys more than what they give them.
Uh-huh.
See, that's what they know. Did your bend is your bending over? Wait a minute, let me go in my bag. Let me go in this designer bag I got right here. Let me go in this designer bag. Let me go. Let me go in this bag. Okay. So it's your bending over getting niggas to give you and buy and put in your name and get the title to a car in a matter of 24 hours. Is your bending over is it that fruitful? Is your pussy that fruitful? That's what I want to know.
It's
See,
the fig tree turning. Listen, it's the fig
now we have opened up Sunday Night Live. This is a Sunday Night Live, and this is the show for you that you want.
Yay.
Okay, this is what you want. What did T.S. Madison say? Step your pussy up. Come on, bro. step it up. Come on here.
Yeah.
Now is it? And if I am bending over or laying on my back, but whatever means is necessary, is
Yeah.
yours benefiting you? Is it
Yeah.
reaping a harvest? Because you got three orifices.
Mm-hmm. Tell
Okay.
him. Tell him,
I
William.
am so sorry. Greetings to everyone
Tell him.
that
If you employed, you need to stay employed. Tell him. Tell him. Be good at what you do. Let him know.
So
But William, what was your original question? Because you brought
my
me up. Because I
original,
had
right?
just
That's
stepped in the room.
exactly. So the original question still is that still supposedly the epitome of insult? Is that, and how is it? And the reason why I want to ask you is because of the things that I get accused of, because people don't, because
Mhm.
but I know I speak real and from my experience.
Mhm.
My grandmother was Creole, so when I talk about issues and things that we have in our community and how
Mhm.
we were brought up, this is the
Mhm.
stuff that was at the kitchen table that we talked about.
Yes.
I talk about it publicly, but this is the stuff that we talk about. Don't act like that. Do not act like that
Hmm.
there's not some realities in our community about these topics. So
Yes.
one, you are a dear friend of mine. You're
Hmm.
open. You're out, and you're melanated.
Hmm. Hmm. How you affectionately?
You're chocolatey. So I'm just saying, is it is that still the high level insult?
Let me tell me. Are you saying the gay thing? Is that
Yeah,
an insult?
is that supposed to be the knee jerker? Is that the thing that's supposed to make you clutch your bag, get your toys, and run home and cry?
I think that if you insult me about anything else, then I would, try to measure the amount of insult. I think that insult someone in 2025 about being gay, I would tell that person who's doing the insult that they got to look at their brother, they got to look at their sister, they got to look at their nephew, they got to look at their niece. And to blame somebody externally is to actually blame yourself. Even if just blaming yourself means you will love to insult yourself about things that you may not understand about yourself. I just don't take it as this big insult. Now, if you're being disrespectful, you will be put in your place. You'll be dealt with, and all the wrath of God and Holy Mary and all that stuff will be coming for you, because I know who I serve and the God that I worship. I know that God is for the underdog. He only takes but so much disrespect before he shows you exactly who he is. So I don't really fret myself because of evildoers. People are going to say what they're going to say. How did Tyler Perry say it? Not to coin Tyler Perry, but it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. And
Mm.
whatever they're calling me, I know I bring more to the table than what, you called me for one thing, but I bring 10 things to the table.
But why do you have to rationalize that? Like
Uh,
why do you have to take it to that degree? See, like
mhm,
what I'm trying to ask is a
mhm,
very, and maybe we need a heterosexual woman to I was having a conversation with this gorilla looking woman that did not like, because in logic, when I took Dr. Bueno for logic and for philosophy and
mhm,
Morehouse, it is if we're in a debate, if we're
mhm.
in a intellectual argument,
Yes.
you debate on the issue. The
Mhm,
moment that I step out of the lines of the subject matter at
mhm,
hand, and I
mhm.
started, well, your mama,
Yeah.
you're not dealing with the issue.
Mhm. Yes.
That's what we call an ad hominem argument. If I
Mm.
cannot debate and stay on the fact at hand, and I have to go all the way to your bedroom, or I have to go all the way to your looks, or I have to go all the way. First of all, you in my chat defending a man that don't know you, don't care nothing about you
Mhm.
at best. Like I don't even get that. I don't even understand why church people get so caught up and they got to defend a pastor or a pastor that they like so much to the point where they got to want to come for you, and they
Mhm.
defending somebody that don't get really, and theoretically they probably at the end of the day don't really care too much about them. But I'm trying to figure that out. Like, what is, because I was just, the only part about it was I was just a little bit curious as
Mhm.
to, because people that I don't like, at no level do I pay attention to them.
Mhm. Mhm. And you have to be like that,
You're,
William.
exactly. If I don't like you, you're non existent to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're of zero to no consequence. Like, I don't understand this whole idea. Oh, I can't stand him, but you always clicking on my channel. Oh, I just
Mm-hmm.
can't stand him. You make me so sick and blah blah blah. But then you're taking out time to take your hoof, Miss Piggy, of a finger
Oh,
to punch a comment that you think is going to insult me. And first of all, I'm far too arrogant to ever be insulted by the likes of you.
yes.
You understand that? Do you really? You know, like I think if people really got me
Because
or
that is
really
right.
understood me, they would know that all of that don't do nothing, but that's fuel to my fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You understand? You
I
understand
would
that?
say
Like,
it's fused to my fire, and brewed to my
this
cold
ain't
trap.
Perez Hilton, okay?
No,
Perez
no.
Hilton was a secret blogger that insulted and talked negatively about celebrities for years, right? And then his blog became super huge. And then you got a group, I can't even think of the white girl's name, but you got a group of celebs that sort of they set him up.
Mm-hmm.
They set him up to, they were going to give him this hot exclusive story. And
Mm-hmm.
they set him up to meet him at a Starbucks to give him this tea.
Mm-hmm.
And he took the bait and went.
Mm.
And then he was this blob, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because you know what he looked like, and I mean, he didn't have gastric bypass, and God knows how many surgeries, and he still it looks the way that he looks. God bless his heart. We thank God for his efforts, amen. But it still ain't been quite been enough. But and then so that was the whole gist. Now, what was great for him is that he was able to sort of make it work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he was able to figure out a way to kind of more. But I just want to know that. I just do not. So, Miss Huff says it's about to be a night. Yeah, I'm on one tonight. So, but I just want to know: is that still supposed to be the ultimate level of insult? Because I was looking at her, and I was looking at the comments, and I was looking at her pages. I mean, or at her page, and I was like, you know, you got to be sick because on Instagram, I said we deliberately set that platform that you only can comment if you're a follower because
Mm-hmm.
it does not affect the or it
That.
doesn't affect to the degree that it did on Instagram with your comments and likes and shares. But
Mm-hmm.
I had it over there because it was such a sick demographic of people, just such a cesspool of lowlives that are there that I said it to, so we figured out a way. David figured out and kept going through and found out that it was a way that you only can allow people to comment. Hey, Ty, I want to bring Ty up on this discussion too. That you can only give comment if you follow. So it was so what that told me was this diabolical hippopotamus of a woman
Mm-hmm.
or female took the
Mm-hmm.
time to follow me with the purpose to
Yes.
leave a negative comment. Oh, y'all, you don't hear me. See, I'm going somewhere. I'm teaching right now, and people don't even get it. I set up, and you took the bait.
Mm-hmm.
was you took the bait specifically to follow me with the intention. Oh, bless him. Oh, I thank God. I thank God for this Sunday Night Live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You took the. I created a way for you to have to take the time out of your busy schedule to follow me just for the specific purpose to insult me. And then you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna say, "Oh no, I don't follow you." No, you are live from the pits of hell because I designed it where I know everybody on this platform that is on Instagram can only comment if you follow me. Now, yeah, I may come up because of the algorithm. I may come up as a suggestion, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
coming up as a suggestion. But you took the bait. You were tantalized enough where you took the bait and you followed me. But you followed me deliberately for the reason to be able to say something. So I'm wondering what the mindset and the mentality is. And I wanted to know from you because is that still the high level insult? Is
I
that
think
is that still the order of the day?
I'm not gonna let anybody disrespect me, but I take it as a compliment because there's nothing in my life that I can't speak to. There's nothing in my life. First of all, in the beginning was the word. The word was God. The words with God. I don't care what the word is. I can speak to it if it's been in my life or is in my life or will be in my life. There's no shame in my game or my rehearsal. I know who the heck I am, and I don't need validation from the north, the south, the east, or the west. People will not validate you, or they will validate you for a moment. So it's not my affair. That's their stuff. You know. I don't
I
like
got
that.
you.
Yes, that's y'all stuff. I don't take all that in. You know.
I got you.
Yeah.
See there, that's why I needed your level of intellect and insight. Thank you, my
Hey,
brother. Stick around for the show. Send a
no
cash
problem.
app. Give me some of that birthday money.
I already did. It is more from where that's coming
You
from.
did, but yeah, the only thing better is some more. That's the only thing better. The only thing better than some money is some more money. Greetings. So we have got a good number of people that are in. This is Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly. Thank you again, Anthony. This
But I
is
don't know
Sunday
how to
Night Live.
disconnect. You got to disconnect me because it won't
Oh, do
let me.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Stay in the chat. So,
Yes.
anyway, wanted to ask that question. Uh, and that is not necessarily the. Uh-oh. I am trying to get this thing plugged in so I won't lose charge. And either I can't see or what. Y'all just bear with me for a second. Oh, Jesus. Maybe I need to take the glasses off so I can see. Is that it? Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Whew. All right, so greetings to everyone. It's Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William. Thank you, Ty, for coming in. So, Ty, I was asking the question because this one thing, as I was waiting for the folks to come in, I had kind of a background question that I wanted to ask, and so. And yes, now Fatima, look, y'all know how I am. And if y'all don't know me by now, then you're not gonna know me. I just, I don't know. I am not one of these like real emotional and very sensitive people. I wasn't built like that, and I think when you and that is um okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So my folks and my relationship with my people is what it is. And so, I mean, they just know all I'm saying to her, and I wasn't rude to her. And I'm just addressing it publicly because it was put in the chat publicly. I wasn't rude to her. All I was telling her was is that she does not have to stop and greet individually each person as they come in the room. Trey doesn't have to stop and greet each person as they come. Now we do have our regulars or whatever, or people that you may chat with or interact with out in the background, which is fine. But every little person that come in here, we don't have to do that. That's all I'm saying. Is that rude? And if it is, uh, Anthony says over in the chat on Instagram, he says, "No, you're not sensitive at all by no means." All right, greetings. This is Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William G. McCray III, the Duke of Oakland. And shouts out to my friend Ty is in here backing up, giving me some reinforcement. And he has immediately checked that chick and told her, yeah, Ty is a chief investigator. All right. So he said your page was created today. I love it. Okay, so anyway, for those of you everyone has come in, as you all come into the sanctuary, please take your seats. Please, everyone come in. As you've been ushered to come on, come on, come on. So anyway, so that was one of my little backstory or back level questions is that this whole level or this whole idea tie is that the is calling somebody gay, is that still supposed to be this ultimate insult in 2025? And I don't understand people or women that consider themselves to be heterosexual that have a whole lot of gay men around them. I think that was one of the things that made it interesting when, oh, excuse me, that Dr. Pepper. I think that was one of the things that was interesting. I think when Nene had that tirade, was it Nene on Real Housewives, and the first thing out of their mouth was when they got into one of the guys is that yeah you, and she let the F word drop, and it got to be a big thing or a big thing real quick, and so I can be, I mean, as long as I've been walking, can remember being, insulted, or that was supposed to have been an insult to me and something to, really, I guess supposed to be gut wrenching and hurt your feelings type of a comment or a retort, if you will. And I'm just trying to figure out, is that still supposed to be the big one? All right, we got a number of things that we're going to talk about on tonight that we're going to discuss. So, y'all, something very serious is going on with Deion Sanders, and it looks like he will be making an announcement um, about his health. He's going to be making a big announcement. They have a press conference coming up uh, in the morning. In the morning, when I rise. In the morning, when I rise. In the morning. I felt a little bit of Auntie Ernestine in the morning. So we're going to be on our up and on it to figure out just what is going on in that regard, and whether or not he's going to be able to continue as head football coach. So we got that going. The T app, we discussed this app, which is a derivative or an advancement from, you remember, don'tdatehim.com, and it has been hacked. The app has been hacked, and a number of emails, personal IDs, um, emails, photos, and things have been leaked. Okay, so this is a biggie, that has transpired, that has gone on, and so it is graduating. Uh, that it is graduating to a point of a problem, or a being a problem or a issue. So, all right, mother, how are you? Greetings to you. Thank you for coming in, and always showing your love and support. I don't, Mother herself, I don't think you have been on in such a long time. Now, this is somebody that if I ever need to know that there's somebody in my audience that likes and loves me, I know that Mother Harcel does. I know that she does, and she will give you a good old fashioned Fort Worth, Texas, cussing out about me. She definitely will do that. So we love and appreciate her. Thank you for coming in. So that was one of some of the back stuff that we were talking. It looks like, I guess, there's going to be a second lawsuit. That, this is when the floodgate opens up. Like when you have that first one. That's why when I was sued that first time, I was like, okay, we got to go through whatever length and whatever level of depth that we have to go through to squash this like a bug, so that it is, or it does not become a constant situation. Um, oh, okay. No, I can't speed it up. But what I'm going to do is very speedily eject you. All right. Okay. And block. Oh, bless him. Oh, bless his name. Don't we thank the Lord for the block button? Yeah. I talk the way that I talk. If it's anything about Sir William that you do not like, ladies and gentlemen, get your hat and get your coat and get your belongings, and you can go. You don't have to be here and not like me. I got a southern dialect or accent or whatever you want to call it. And if you feel that I talk slow, or you don't like the way that I do, or my thing, then you don't have to come here. That's a very simple um, um, suggestion, or that's just a very simple solution. Thank you so much for your support, Mother Harcel. So that is one that it is now going to be really, really interesting, because I don't and see, then that's going to be the problem. See, that is going that is going to be the issue, Because when you have somebody that has multiple women or multiple sexual partners, and then one person comes forward, has the courage to come forward, and they get paid, then here's the floodgate, because everybody's going to say, "Oh my!" Then you come in and wait a minute. Yeah, your stuff ain't is not as good as mine. Well, and now you want to, be compensated for your time for being with them. So I think this is going to be interesting. So let's go on and get into it. I want to say again, greetings to everyone. Thank y'all all for joining me on Sunday Night Live. I certainly appreciate it, and certainly appreciate those of you that have rocked with me for a long time uh, through the ups and downs, and have made your way to follow and still show your level of support. I am who I am. And I make no apologies. I like William McCray a whole lot. And it took a lot to get here and get to the place of where I love, like, and appreciate myself. And so I'm not going to ever allow anyone, and don't you ever allow anyone to cause you to second guess who you are, because it took a lot for you. All of your ups, all of your downs, all of your hurts, all of your pain, all of your struggles, all of those things that have incorporated and made you the individual that you are today. It took all of that. All of those things were part of. I didn't know the years of growing up and being uh, picked on or called names or being the castaway. I didn't know that that was going to be the epitome or the cultivating of me to be able to stand in this place and be able to stand flat foot and not be bothered. That, yeah, when you have everything that can be said been said, then what's the likes of you? Who are the likes of you be able to be able to cast any level of uh, insult? So let's get into this. Let's discuss this. The ways that you can support me. For those of you, if I have anybody that after the way I have cut up, if I have anybody that loves her and wants or have a desire, that it is scrolling across the ticker tape at the bottom. Cash App is up, and all the ways to show me some love and show me some support. Been away for a couple of days. I'll be totally transparent. Um, it is difficult for me to wrap my mind around doing this or making the effort to do this and to be good and to look good and to give good input and good commentary, and I don't feel that it's met with the level of love and support um, um, that it should be. So when in the instances of sometimes when that happens, I guess the street jargon is or the uh, you know phrase is, I guess what they say, you get in your feelings or whatever. And so I was like, for a couple of days I was like, and then I tried to make that shelf thing, and it collapsed, or I dropped it on my left foot, and so my foot was hurting, and so I did not so I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm not I'm not gonna come on, and so I didn't. But I think it also, you got to press through or push through, because it is a number of you out there that really do like and love me and all of that. And I should not hold back on uh, you because others. All right, Gerard. He says the 21st annual convocation with Cray Memorial. Greater and less mercy. You are too funny. It is too funny. All right, let's get into this. Um, and this one kind of bothers me because you have the people that you like. Um, 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 okay. All right, Paul. Thank you. So let's get into this and discuss this because we have certain people that we like. I kind of like Dion. So, as we have it, the Colorado football head coach, Deion Sanders, is expected to announce, or we're thinking that he may be announcing that he is stepping down on Monday amid the health issues. Deion Sanders will hold a press conference with his medical team on Monday, July 28th. Now, there are a number of rumors out. There are a number of rumors out about Deion Sanders' health after he was reportedly hospitalized and he was absent from Colorado spring and summer football camps while recovering at home in Texas. Deion Sanders is not expected to be in attendance when Colorado University begins football practice next week. He took questions from reporters during his Big 12 Media Day earlier this month. I'm already back, he said to reporters on July 9. When asked if he was returning, he said, I am here today. I am handling my responsibilities, so I look forward to it. I can't wait. You got to understand some of the young players. I haven't even met them yet. I am so excited about that. Now, there's a YouTube. There's a YouTube video that is said to have been posted by his son, Deion Sanders Jr. on July 20th. And Sanders said, I am still going through something. I ain't all the way recovered. So, he is going through something and he's not all the way recovered. What does that mean? What does that mean? How did you all thinking, or what uh, are thinking or feeling about that? Since then, he visited the Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp where his son, Shiloh Sanders, is trying to make the team. Sanders coached his sons, uh, Shadir and Shiloh, and Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter at Colorado last season, but they have gone on now to the NFL. Now, some of the skeptics, and this may be where some of this is coming from, uh, they gonna take his whole. Oh, that you ought to stop it. Some of the skeptics have said that Sanders never intended to continue coaching after his sons and Travis left. So that's interesting too. So we've got to see what this big announcement is going to be. What are you all's thoughts? Do you all think that it is something debilitating that is going on with him that is going to probably cause or be a reason for him to not be able to return. I'm just I'm just wondering. What are some of you all's thoughts? Hey, Mother Harcel, you're down there in Texas. Have there is there any word coming um out of good old Texas about just what may be going on with them? I'm kind of concerned. It kind of makes you nervous. You know, we have been losing so many like really good and great people. Just they kind of been leaving or checking out on us, and so and it seems like it's been consistent since COVID. All right, talking media. Greetings, Sir William and his team, and everyone in the chat. Greetings to you. All right, Mother herself says there's probably more blood clots because that weather up in Colorado is what she hears no joke, or it could be depression. You see them boys, and that gal is grown, and he can't control them like he used to. And the guy Travis, didn't the guy Travis marry the girl? Didn't he marry the girl that was making all those critical and asinine statements? And I think he married her without any kind of prenup, right? Am I not mistaken? Several toes have been removed, possibly preventing him from being able to walk. All right. Why would his toes be removed? Is he a diabetic? Does he have sugar diabetes? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Father. Is he still with Babyface ex-wife? Child, ain't nobody saying nothing. Okay, she said ain't nobody down there in Texas saying anything. So wow, this is going to uh oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I hate that because I think that this was one of the highlights, sort of like of his career or way or a thing that would, take him out or take him, carry him into his retirement. I think that he really wanted an opportunity to prove himself and make the things happen that he wanted to happen. And so to probably find out that that may not be necessarily in the cards, I'm sure it's got to be a lot to wrap his mind and head and everything around. I mean, it's just like, whoa, that to have that that level of a blow, that level of yeah, it's got to be shocking. So I would just hate. I don't know. I would just hate that. I hope that is not something really really bad or something that is extremely terminal that he cannot be able to adequately survive or come back from. Um, mm, it's I think he needed that whole coaching thing though. Don't you kind of like the way his personality kind of morphed into being this, this really good coach. Like I like him as a coach. I think he, seems like he is really solid at it. Really solid at it. Really really kind of grown into his own, or has become good with it. All right, we are at 1 hour already. We're at 1 hour already. We are the ways to support are posted. The ways to support myself and Obnoxious Media are posted. I'm not going to ask, I don't feel led in my spirit to ask for an amount. I'm going to allow that first number that comes through. I'm going to allow that first number that comes through, or that first gift, to be the lead out or start out amount. I don't know who that person is. We have about 100 and close to 150 of you that are here, and those of you also that are on IG. So whoever that first person is, that amount will determine the ask for the rest of the night. All right, that will definitely determine it. So whomever that very first one is, we'll go from there. All right, Anthony Anderson is has been called, everybody's getting called on the carpet or whatever. All right. Okay. Gerard has led out with $7.27. He has, for today is the 7th month and the 27th day. And so God bless him. A good long time supporter and follower. We appreciate the good brother from DC. So if everyone will match that 727, all right. If everyone could that can and will match that 727, we will be absolutely elated. All right, so Anthony Anderson made a comment. You remember the show Blackish? Anthony Anderson has addressed recently resurfaced video of, and or what has been said or been called an inappropriate interview with the teenage Lindsay Lohan. The viral video showed the actor interviewing 17-year-old actress Lindsay Lohan at the time. Anthony, who was 33, filled in as host for Sharon Osbourne on the Sharon Osbourne show way back in December. Thank you, my friend and brother Thais, for $13.33. I probably shouldn't even give the amounts because y'all might be trying to add it up. But anyway, that's the way we would do in the Church of God in Christ. But thank you. So anyone else? Y'all can match that. 1333 is a nice number to match. And after Lindsay Lohan told Anthony is illegal for older men to date minors, he told her that some men like them young. The audience laughed as he sipped a cup of tea, but Lindsay's body language indicated that she was uncomfortable with his line of questioning. Anthony asked Lindsay Lohan about her home life, and she responded that she bought a house with fellow actress Raven Simone. He said, both of you are beautiful women. Both of you are young and have your individual styles, Anthony Anderson said, as Lindsay told him about the different decor of the separate bedrooms. Anthony pressed Lindsay Lohan what gentleman would be at the new pet with you and Raven. Lindsay replied, "No one. I don't have a boyfriend." He declared then that she is single but looking. Um, Anthony said, "Some men like I'm young. We ain't going to mention no names, but I am one of them." Lindsay said, "I'm illegal for people that are old." As the show went on to commercial break, Anthony told the audience, "Right now, we're about to get our freak on." He inched toward Lindsay on the couch and put his arms around her while she put her hands over her mouth. Anthony's rep issued a statement to, I think it was Entertainment Weekly, on his behalf. The interview was clearly intended as comedy. He regrets any of the humor was in poor taste and maintains the utmost respect for Lindsay. The rep also went on to write in an email with any implication to the contrary is both inaccurate and potentially defamatory. All right, so yeah, I think we all have kind of had. I tend to be really, because of this level of commentary that you do, I think I try to be careful, but and then I have and maybe it's because I'm a former teacher, but I have that kind of super thing where kids, teenagers, let's back away. Let's not even go there. Let's not even get into that. Let's not even, let's just some stuff you just need to stay hands off of. And he may have thought it was being funny, and excuse me, as time progresses, yeah, that you're talking about what 20 03, that was a different day, and what was acceptable or what people was kind of tolerating and doing back then uh is different now. Oh, thank you, Clara Canty, for $27. Is that not amazing? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so that was a different kind of a time. Um, so this is my question, and what I would consider to be concerning and alarming. What's a fair gauge or guideline? Like how far back can we reach in a person's life, in a person's career? Like how far back are we gonna go, and how many times are we gonna keep rehashing, because that's going to be the interesting thing about the internet. Someone can, we have stories, we have videos, we have stories that I see all the time, especially of myself, that resurface. You know what I mean? So, I mean, how long do you, and then was it necessary for him to go back and, feel that it was necessary to address it? Yeah, I get it. See, Lil Nelson says that was like 20 years ago. Get over it. Now, I'm kind of there. Okay, that was 20 years ago. And then, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you that whole idea about canceling somebody. As long as you can click on one of these, as long as you can do like what I'm doing right now and go live, you can't cancel nobody because everybody, the worst of person, the worst of person are persons that we feel is the worst. They're going to always have a remnant. They're going to always, it's going to always be a group that is going to like a William McCray. There's going to always be a group of people that's going to like a Larry Reed. There's going to always be a group of people that's going to like Thais. That it's just going to all. That's just going to be. Wrap your mind around it. You may the people that was barely there are the people that was there because it was the happening thing for that moment or for that time or for that space. They may fall off, but the people that truly rock with you and truly like you, they gonna sink in. They gonna hone in. They gonna go even deeper. Yeah, and so this whole idea that you can stop that or stop somebody, that's just not even realistic. Like you should not even that shouldn't even be a part of your mindset. That shouldn't even be a part of your psyche that you're thinking that. And then to try to hold his feet to the fire all of these years later. Um, and interviews, and that's sort of like one of the things that make I think comedians so great. Like I'm really impressed. Have y'all been present? I still say this that I am, and I didn't think or didn't realize that I was going to like Whoopi as much as I do as a commentator for The View. But comedians are very intelligent people. They're very intelligent. They have quick recall. They're quick on their feet. And because you have to be if you're standing up there engaging an audience, you got to come out on a stage and totally assess the house real quick, and then you got to go into your set. And if I can get you to engage, then that's got to be something. So you would think that they would be able to be. I think that he was probably at his best trying to break the ice, trying to loosen up what would be awkward for him and awkward for her, to loosen it up and make it um you know uh, uh, lighthearted and funny, and um just crack some jokes to what they call it, break the ice. And um and perhaps uh it was not the best way to go about doing that. To perhaps he crossed the lines or crossed some lines with some of the things that he said or how he said. Now, what I thought was interesting, and if you watch it, is that okay, he should have he should have picked up kind of quick. Okay, this kind of joke or this level of content is um okay. Harlot says it's still inappropriate for an adult to say that to a 14-year-old. Okay. Mm. All right. um And so, no matter how old it is, it's still inappropriate. Why do you think that did it not rise or to the level of degree? Why you think he did not get more retribution for it? Because it didn't hold up Blackish or some other things that he has done. So why wasn't it not significant, or was it not significant enough to the parties that be back then for it to have made a major difference? Just points to ponder. All right, just points to ponder. So some is saying that it is still, no matter how long ago it was, it is inappropriate. I get that, and I think that we should always. And I'm very, very mindful. I am very mindful of my interactions with kids, and I very rarely or very have very limited interaction because of things like this. You know, it is hard to come back. I mean, back in 2003, a lot of people, especially in Hollywood, were messing with kids, so it didn't cause anyone to raise an eyebrow. Okay. Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. It was definitely inappropriate because social media was around to tell people how to think. Okay. All right. All right. Um, I, you know, how old were your grandparents when they got married? See, there's just every time we set one precedent or one standard, there's still a contradiction to that. There's still other places and other examples that you can find that will, negate what we just have said to be the case. Um, and so that always makes it very, very interesting. Okay, we have a situation here. All right, Food Network chef Anne Burrell, 55, has passed on, and it looks like, according to the evidence, that she may have unalived herself. So, what do we say to these things? Okay, Anne Burrell was found unresponsive in the shower of her Brooklyn home back on June 17th. Police reported that more than 100 pills were found near her body inside the bathroom. Police also responded to a 911 call at her address earlier that same morning. Officials did not disclose the reason for the earlier call. On July 25, the New York coroner announced her cause of death: acute intoxication due to combined effects of diphenamine, Adderall, cetirizine, and amphotericin. The coroner listed the manner of death as she unalived herself. She was 55. A close friend revealed that Burrell struggled with depression and emotional issues. She had been quietly battling drug and alcohol abuse. In a statement, The Burrell family said that Anne was a beloved wife, sister, daughter, stepmother, and friend. Her smile lit up every room she entered. Anne's light radiated far beyond those she knew, touching millions across the world. She, the beloved Anne Burrell, was a chef and instructor who hosted the Food Network show Secrets of a Restaurant Chef. She also co-hosted Worst Cooks in America and appeared on other shows as well. What is that about? What is that about? You know, that depression is a serious thing, and I mean, it seems like it battles people that look like on the surface that they have all of the level of success and everything that is going for them, and then the they're charismatic and they're outgoing and they're la 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 and da 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 da, and you know they still have this thing that gets them, you know, that haunts them. And I'm just wondering, what is that about? You know, this is, and we have had other, it seems like we've had other Food Network hosts to do this. Isn't it? It's so unfortunate. It's so sad. It's so unfortunate. And then, you know, I just, I think about, and I think about the Morehouse brothers that I've had, some that I've known personally. That we had a Morehouse brother that had made it to the Oprah Winfrey yellow. Y'all remember that yellow leather couch? And I think she gave him $1 million or $3 million for his nonprofit. And man, he went back to the hotel, I think before he even left Chicago, and unalived himself. And I was just like, how does this happen? What is he going through? What is he struggling with to the degree that at this level and this height of success, that you know, because I'm looking at it and we're looking at it, and you know, you thinking, oh my gosh, you're on top of the world. You done made it to Oprah, and other people are gonna fall in love and fall behind and in support of you because she supports you and because she, yeah, it was just absolutely. And see, that's why this thing with social media becomes so problematic, because the thing that YOLO down tell is not realizing is that you don't know on the other side of that screen what a person is dealing with and what they're going through. And if your negative comment is going to be the straw that breaks the camel back and cause them to do something harmful to themselves. Have you all ever thought about that? When you're sitting up going back and forth and out of nowhere you're saying something negative about somebody and you think it's just funny. It's not funny. You don't know that person. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their fate is. You don't know what they're facing. Y'all need to start thinking. Use your head for more than something to place your wig or your unit on, or more than a hat rack, and think and be responsible. I had when I really started learning the level of impact that my blog had on the lives of people. Like when I really learned that and really understood that, then that was a wake up call for me. It's like, okay, wait a minute. So William, you got to be more responsible. You got to do more research. You know, you just can't willy-nilly say any and everything that you want to say. And I still to this day go, I still go all out. And so you all think about that. Think about that. Think about that you that follow. Am I talking right? Am I making sense to people? That was the thing. Like when I was teaching and all this social media and stuff, all of that wasn't as quite as popular. It was coming along, but it was not to the degree that it is now. Yeah, and at least kids back in the day when the bell sounded at 3 o'clock, you could run home and you could be safe and you could escape that level of bullying. Now you bullied all day in school, in person, and then when you go home, that bullying is continuing on social media. And then you as adults, and everybody and that's why I'm just saying, like, what is going on with the church? Because everybody that is doing all of this and saying all this ugly stuff is claiming salvation. You go first, the first thing you go to their page is, I'm missionary so and so, I'm elder so and so, I'm pastor this, I'm a woman of God, I love the Lord. No, you don't. You don't love God. You don't love God, and you sitting up calling somebody that you don't know, that you ain't never met, out of their name on their page for all of their followers and all their friends to see. But see, now you can't do that because a lot of these people that are trying to bully you, you can't get to them. You don't know where they are. You just don't know what a person is. Thank you, Lauren. You don't know where a person is. You don't know how fragile they are. You don't know what you do not know what they are going through. And you don't know what they woke up and what they was facing and today that could put that be the final thing to push them over the edge. That be the final thing that they say, you know what, this is now my breaking point. I have tolerated and stood and taken all that I can stand and all that I can take, and I can't take no more. I have maxed out. Excuse me. I have no more to give. So you have to be, I mean, this woman looks like she has everything. And then that's the part that you rob the people of because at the end of the day, you're gone and the people that were around you or close to you or the people that were your friends and that loved you, then they got to run around for the rest of their lives wondering what did I miss? Why didn't I tell them I loved them? Why didn't I do this? What was going on? Why didn't they just come to me? They have to and that thing is haunting. That thing is daunting. That thing is just like eats away at you. It's just imagine how hurtful that must be. We already understand that death is an enemy to us. It's a sting. That's why he said what? He said that what? Oh grave, where's our victory? Oh death, where is he took the sting out of it. But still at the end of the day, it is still hurtful. It is still painful. And so and that's when Big Mama left because she had uh, cancer or dementia or some other debilitating or terminal illness. So you know how it feels, and you're watching them decline. And it's still just as hurtful and just as painful as the person that find out that their loved one left abruptly or unexpectedly. It's just the same. So, let's take that kind of thing. Let's take those things in consideration and govern yourselves accordingly, and be a little bit better. Be um a little bit more uh, a little bit more conscientious, I would say. Just a little bit. If that, and then I know that some I did you may I don't know. I do not know. All right. We are at 90 minutes, a little bit over 90 minutes. Hey Rita, I need everyone to we're gonna shake this bucket a little bit here. I need everyone. I know we're coming up on the end of the month, but I need everyone to show some love. I need everyone that can show some love to show some love and support. All right. We haven't been on, uh, we didn't come on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Okay. We didn't come in for three days. So those of you that can and will, I am definitely asking. All right. Everyone that is on, let's just stop right now. Let's just hold up right now and go on and let's ask. And some of my people I am not seeing. And I am, you all, let me go on and just level with you. Let me go on and just level with you. Um, my biggest numbers and my most engagement was on Facebook. Okay. I am going to have a very, very, very transparent moment right here. Um, I am believing God and praying and trying to figure out every day what to do or how to do to get back over there. But I don't have, that was where the pool of my highest audience was. Okay. And so some of my seniors, some of my others that was over there that are used to Facebook, I am constantly being bombarded and asked, and people have been trying to find me, wondering what had happened, what is going on. And so it has been and is difficult to not have uh, that that level when you have close to almost 250,000 people amongst those pages over there, and for all of that engagement to be cut off. Everyone is not just social media savvy, and they got Instagram and they got Facebook and they got even some of the young people are not. So I am dealing with a third of what I had. So be encouraged. I need all of you that are still yet with me, that are still yet following and still, and I'm not saying this to the ones that don't support. I'm just saying, just giving you the real. Y'all, you all already know. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I ain't gonna fake no funk. I am believing the Lord. I don't want to get on here and cry and have no meltdown, but school is coming back up, and I'm concerned. I am concerned. I've prayed about it. I put it in the hands of the Lord, and I believe God, and I know that He's a miracle worker. But yet, like Paul said, I believe, but yet help me with that unbelief. Help me with that nervousness that I get in the back of my heart and in the back of my mind as to, how do you pivot? How do you and I have had I've this is now what, the second or third time. Yeah, and God has been faithful, and He has saw me through it each time. But yet, that does not take out the fact that it is still um, a challenge, and it's still difficult. And then you're scrounging and trying to come up and hurry up and you know come up with um, another plan and another way, it's a lot. So I am asking for your help and your support. Um, is there anyone, y'all? The levels and the ways are up there. How we doing, Fatima, on likes? How are we doing on the number of likes that we have on YouTube on the live? Can we get those numbers up? Can we raise those numbers of likes up, please? Yes, we are now also on TikTok. We're on TikTok. They're starting to flood me. I guess they're realizing now that a lot of this engagement and a lot of this stuff that's on there is actually me. I mean, or that I'm the real person. So I'm getting like so many notifications for them, but it's still not there yet. And everybody, some people, you have your preferred level. You have your preferred way. I had a person that inboxed me, or he's inboxed me over on Instagram and said that it was something, I don't know what he said. Uh, okay, someone says that they're going to go on TikTok, they can send gifts. I don't even know what that means, but whatever you can do, let's do that. I'm gonna have to relaunch bingo and start doing that some more, and just do all this. Okay, so likes are pretty good. We got 82 likes and 157. Okay, so I think likes are pretty good. If I can get some more people to hit the like button, if we can get some more of you to hit the like button, any of you that are tech savvy, any of you that are tech savvy and uh, uh, want to say, what, William, I can help. For um, uh, I have been asking for what was it, 10 people to be responsible for getting 100 followers. And so we have not. Okay, Fatima, if you can jump on Instagram and inbox, I think her name is Heartless Romantic, and make sure that they have the TikTok, or make sure that Instagram people have the TikTok, or if you can inbox her. It's kind of hard for me to do that because once you move from the screen on Instagram, if you don't quickly go back they will cut the live. They will cut the live. And if the live is cut, then you don't get that option to save and share it. Okay. So that's just the real deal. That's a transparent moment. Um it's a thing that you know, I was talking to this guy that has been helping. Thank you so much. You all can see over on Instagram. Can you see the link to the TikTok? And if everyone, that's why I always say that if everyone can follow me on all my social media platforms, I'm gonna tell y'all another platform that you can follow me on that I blog on. And I do have a verified account over there. I didn't know that that verified stuff was so important. I thought it was just a way that the social media thing was, doing stuff to make money. But it over on X, formerly known as Twitter, you can definitely follow me over there as well. So we definitely need all your support on you know, on all these platforms. I know this one guy was saying that I saw something, and he was saying that he would say all of this negative stuff, and he would call people the N word, and he would do all of this diabolical stuff, and he was getting crazy likes and crazy hits and crazy amount of engagement. And so that it was just like, whoa, his numbers was crazy. And I guess they call him a streamer. And so that he was just recently on the Breakfast Club, and he got I'm sorry for saying but he got hit with a lot of his past comments and commentary on that show. And people thought that they may have been a little bit hard on him. All right, so if everyone can give everyone, Lottie Dottie, everybody need everybody's support. All right, let's get into this real quick because we're almost at our 2-hour mark. The judge has warned Shannon Sharp not to destroy X's tape uh, or the sex tapes in this second lawsuit. He was recently settled a $50 million lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault. The now late our former ESPN commentator settled the lawsuit with the model um, from OnlyFans for $23 million. Now Shannon Sharp's troubles are far from over. A second woman has come forward accusing him of making unwanted sexual advances, and now a judge in that case has ordered Shannon not to destroy the tapes in the now settled case. The order comes after a woman named Michelle Evans filed a lawsuit against the First Take former co-host. Now, on Tuesday of last week, the judge ruled in favor of Evans and ordered that the tape and the other recordings of Shannon's possession be preserved. The tape, which the attorney Tony Bugsby previously called key evidence, allegedly shows Shannon Sharp and the OnlyFans model engage in sexual acts. In April, Shannon warned his social media followers that Bugsby planned to release the tapes. I believe that Bugsby is going to release a 30-second clip of the sex tapes that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype that could be possibly imagined. Shannon said at that time the video should actually be a total of 10 minutes or so. Tony insisted of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself, he added. Whew. When is it going to be enough? You know, now y'all know I ain't a fan of interracial dating. I am not a fan of it. And y'all can say that there may be racist, or y'all can say whatever y'all want to. But at the end of the day, it is way too many problems. You know, it's like you got enough stuff to deal with. You got enough stuff to deal with it. Why do you want to compound or add to what you got to deal with? Why? Like, why do you want to go there and because you are going to try to make a group or a demographic of people. I just think that the lines are just far too wide, and the wounds are way too deep from slavery, the Jim Crow, the civil rights movement, for all of that yeah, and you know, I know that y'all say love conquers all, but that is a lot. That is a lot to conquer. That is a lot to combat. That is a lot to overcome and get past when it has been embedded over and over and over and over again that we are better. Your people didn't start learning how to read and write and do and add and subtract and do simple arithmetic until 400 years after a whole nother group of people did. You came over here with the decks totally stacked against you. You didn't know how to read, write. You didn't know the language. You was uprooted against your own will. You were kidnapped. And you were brought to a place, and you was held as a bond, and you were made to work and labor and build a country from the foundation by an oppressed people, by a group of peasants, and a people that the Europeans didn't even want. And they came over here and then did and figured out a way to do this. Now they saying it's against the law to even talk about it. We can't let you make our folks feel bad. So anyway, Shannon got to deal with it. Shannon's got to deal with it. So unfortunate, seemingly so unfair. All these years later, and then this to come back on you. You think you're having a good time. You think you're having a good time. You think you're having fun. And then bam. Puffy thought he was having a good time, thought he was just, having fun. You got to be so careful. You got to be so careful. You got to have you can't take a dull moment. All right, y'all. I am right at almost at my 2-hour mark. Is there anyone else that will, that'll show some love and some support? I have seen that the comments have totally stopped, so the people are not even engaging. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. We are already at 2 hours. Did y'all enjoy me tonight? Did y'all enjoy our topics tonight? Am I on? Am I live? Are y'all still hearing me? Are y'all still seeing me? Are you there? Are you there? I don't see nobody. I don't see nothing. I ain't seen neither comments rolling in a little bit or in a little while. So I told y'all one of the things I told y'all that something was going on with Candy and Todd. You have not seen Candy post about Todd in a while. And I don't believe that you see Candy with her ring on. Okay. That is beautiful. I believe that the Lord is pleased with interracial. All right. Shardy Shard says he believes that the Lord is pleased with them. Okay. All right. Hey, Rita, how you doing? I didn't see you come in. Thank you. Amy Jones giving me some top hats and bow ties. All right. So we do have people there. Y'all just, I guess we got to shake and rattle these trees. Do I have anybody that'll give? Anybody that will show some love and some support? All right, Lauren says good topics. Thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate you. All right, anyone else? Anyone else? We got about another 10 minutes just before we head off of here. It has been Sunday Night Live. I have not seen it. I have not seen it. Okay, Cece says she does not feel sorry for Shannon. He said if you see him with a sister on his arm, he must be holding her for the cops. Whoa, I never knew he said that. Are you serious? Okay, please find that clip and send it to me on Instagram. Inbox me. I did not know he said that. No. Oh, that's an explosive one. Please find that CC and send that to me. Please find. I know he. Ooh, that that take on a whole nother. That take on a whole nother turn. That's just like the guy from that won the championship for Cleveland. I cannot think of his name. I think he's with the Brooklyn Nets now, and when they got that championship over there in Cleveland with LeBron, he did that big party in Europe, and he told the guys not to invite any black girls on the. He had that big yacht over in Europe to celebrate becoming a champion. And he told them not to invite any black girls. I thought that was absolutely incredible. But maybe I don't know. I don't know. I think that sometimes that whole college ball and that whole college situation is it socializes them differently. And it's socialized. I didn't know on Instagram when y'all comment while you're live, you don't see those comments once you post the live. Okay, Big Talking says I never heard that either. Okay, Lauren says Tyra finally got tired of Mama Joyce instigating. I don't know. I'm not sure if he got tired of Mama Joyce or if they got tired of him. I am not sure. And those restaurants are not going. Didn't y'all say the restaurants was closed down? Okay, they said Cece says she cannot find the clip, but he was talking to Skip. Oh wow. We need that clip. I would hope that he didn't say that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, we're gonna Yeah, we will definitely look into that and do our due diligence before we, um, you know, we. I would like to see and hear that for my. I'm not saying that CC is not correct. I'm just saying that that's a biggie. That's a huge one. That is a huge one. All right. Anyone else? Do I have anyone else that that would do anything? Um, I know we coming up on the first and all that good stuff. I definitely get it. I definitely understand it. Yes, I like the so someone on Instagram has asked about my thoughts of Ralph Lauren. You know, I love Ralph Lauren. I love the All American Boy collection and his collections. I love what he did with more that line of from for Morehouse and for Spelman, and then now they're doing a collection of what the folks wore. And CC, thank you. CC sent $5. CC is from the Thai Squad. You're incredible. Thank you. That he did a collection of what was worn for the African American community of folks that lived on Martha's Vineyard. And so I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Definitely could use a couple of the pieces myself. Definitely could use a couple of them myself. So all right. Anyone else? We are right at 2 hours, almost exactly. We're going to head out of here. Uh, thank y'all. I am good. As soon as that check hit my account, I'm going to send you something. Thank you so much, Rita. Rita has been a faithful, long-time supporter. We love and appreciate her. Anyone else? I don't know. Do I have any first-timers? Fatima, that's something that I want to start. Um, I want us to always find out and acknowledge on, let's start doing that on Instagram and on YouTube. Who are our first time visitors? If you are a first time visitor, can we get a show of hands? If this is your first time, if this is your first time at being here, definitely let me know. I want to acknowledge you, all my first time folks that all right, okay, music 26, music maker 26 says that this is their first time. You know, we had somebody else that was a music maker. But always love you. Thank you. First time. Oh, it's my first time. It's your first time catching me live. Woo woo! But you would watch the replays. Thank you. All right, this is cool, 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 cool. So we got two over on Instagram. Do we have anyone that is a first timer over on YouTube? Do we have anyone that's a first timer on YouTube? Do I have anyone? I already know that the way that the show started on tonight, it was kind of intense. Do I have anyone that would want to work with my team? And do we have anyone? Okay. Oh, that's music maker. That's Brian. Hey, Brian. Brian. you know this ain't your first time. Oh, this is not your first time, Brian. This is not your first time, Brian. Maybe it's your first time back. How are you, sir? How's Mr. Devereaux doing? Okay, all right. We please inbox me. Please inbox me, sweet sassy. Inbox me. Fatima, over on Instagram, we have Sweet Sassy that says that they would like to be a part of the team. Brian, do you want to be a part of the team? Do you want to help me? Do you want to help me get additional followers? I think you would be good. You engage with a lot of people, and I think you'd be good. Would you like to do that? Can you be responsible for getting me uh, some new followers, encouraging people to follow my social media platform? And Brian, why don't you show a love offering, Mr. Devereaux? Okay, she's gonna inbox us, and you see Goddess Fatima's. You see her picture there. I have pinned her comment on the ways to give, and you can inbox her as well. Yes, 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 yes. All right, Brian. Now, Brian, we're gonna be careful with you, but yes, you can definitely work and help to increase numbers. We're gonna put that good. We're gonna put all that good energy you got in those emails and all of that to use. Okay, all right. And if you cross me, you already know we just so I ain't gonna even go there. But anyone else, we still want some additional people. We need some additional. Uh, I want maybe one or two more moderators. I would like one to just be. I think Fatima does a good job with toggling from YouTube to Instagram. But Trey has just been, I don't know. He's we're gonna give him some time and space to grieve. He's just not um been as able to engage, I think, since the death of his grandfather. And so and I understand that. But there's still the this thing still need to go on. That's the only thing. That's why, you know what, y'all, that's why I don't like teams and people. And I really like can really admire Larry and Ty for how they do it, because they have groups of people that they work with. I am not good with that. I am not good with that, because when you come in and you're good and you are, helpful, and then I start kind of leaning on you and kind of low key, you know, getting attached or dependent upon that help and that assistance you bring, and then you can't bring it, it that's an uncomfortable place. That's an uncomfortable place. And you can't fault the person, because life happens and things happen in life, and what your situation was yesterday may not be what your situation is today. So it just makes it difficult. That's why I'm really careful. And then when you've been sabotaged, when you have somebody just um diabolical as Vincent Terrell Hill, that that just is a evil, 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 loathsome individual, and to do the diabolical things that he does, and then tries to rationalize them or feel like they're okay, and then want to feel like you can do that and still love God. You can't do evil and say that you love the Lord. No, you are of your father Satan. You are of your father Satan. So any of you that are interested, do I have anybody else that'll show some love and some level of support that will give just before we get on out of here for tonight? Is there anybody else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. Anybody? Anybody? All right. Well, I thank y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Please like and share. Please tell everyone about my my TikTok and my other platforms. Any of you that know or deal with the folks over at Meta, and or if you were hacked, or anybody that was hacked. And I know I know that I know oh my gosh, Siobhan Sellers told me it took her probably about between 3 to 4 months to get her pages back. And then one of the guys that is working with me told me that it took him almost a year of constantly going back and forth and sending those emails and all of that, to get his back, but it is yet well worth it. So we are in the press, but anyone that knows anyone, or anybody that can, all of that, need all those hands and legs, need all those hands and legs. Uh, I'm Moses, and I need my Aarons, or my folks that can help keep my arms lifted up. So definitely let me know. All righty. All righty. All righty. Okay, y'all. I think I am pretty much out of here, and we are going to head on out and sign off. Thanks, whatever, for all that we did and all the people that did give. Hopefully, there'll be more that will show love and support on the back end or on their replays. All right, y'all. Definitely subscribe to all my levels of social media, and definitely show your love and support over there with those. We appreciate you. I am signing out. I'm going to go on and get some rest and get to give me some Z's. It is right at almost midnight. All right. Um, Okay, thank you. Fatima has put her email over in the chat. For those of you that are interested, you can definitely email her, and we'll vet you a little bit, and get you to moving. Okay, all right, y'all. I am out. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Well, we didn't run out of battery over here.